Oh, that's horrible. I didn't start recording. It represents what? The number of Skittles in the jar? The actual number of Skittles, correct. This, I have no idea why. I swear I've changed that every single year, but yet it still shows up there. This is supposed to be axis of symmetry. So when you look at this graph, can you draw an axis of symmetry? Is an axis of symmetry part of your graph? It's actually not. That's why I put it as dashed, because none of those values actually count or are part of our domain and range on that dashed line. But that is where it would be symmetrical if I folded it. So what would our axis of symmetry be? Okay, and if you give that as an answer, it's going to be marked wrong. Why? There it is. It's a line, isn't it? So therefore, we have to have an equation of a line, and it's a vertical line. So that makes it x equals, and it'll be 826. So please remember, if you just put a number, you're not going to get credit for that. Bless you. Okay, now we're talking about increasing and decreasing intervals. So on your graph, if you were tracing it, where does your finger start going up? Do I include it or not? Never. It's not increasing at that endpoint, is it? Okay. And then for how far? 2000. Very good. Once again, not included. Then if you look at it and you're tracing for decreasing. Nice. Starts at 0 and then it goes all the way to 826. Does this graph have a minimum or a maximum? Would it be considered an absolute or a local? Wouldn't it be both? Because any valley is your local, right? But only the very, very bottom is the absolute. So what would that minimum be? What is it? It's just 0, isn't it? When I ask for a min or max, we're talking about how low, how high, just the y value. Now we're going to write this in set builder notation. So I got squiggly bracket, then what? Y, very good. Y, then what? What does the line mean? Such that? Y such that, now what? Y equals 0, very good. Nicely done. Questions about any of that? Okay, so what this is doing for you right now is it's modeling the first thing you're going to have to do in your project. Okay, I came up with the question, can you guess the number of Skittles? I posted in a Google form for you to answer my question. You have to come up with a question. Okay, you have to be smart about the type of question you come up with. For example, could you guess the number of rings Miss Looney wears daily? Would that be a good question? I mean, how many, places does she have to wear them? We're talking about too small a number. Try to make sure that whatever you're going for, you've got at least 3 digits going on. So what about this one? Can you guess the number of seats in Yankee Stadium? I'm not asking you to guess. I'm asking it's a good question. Okay, good question. Would it be a good question for me to pass out in a Google form? No, because everybody's going to get it right because they're going to Google it. But it would be fine if I had it on a piece of paper and I walked up and said, hey, Kate, how are you? Great. Can you guess the number of seats in Yankee Stadium?
14,000.
And then I write down his name and I write down the number. And then I keep going and asking that way. What you're going to find is most of you are probably going to collect your data by asking face to face. And you're just going to write down their name and the number, name and the number. You're going to have to get 30 people, okay, to do that for your project. Now, here's how this is going to go. At 4:30 today, I'm going to release the Google form. that allows you to pick your question, okay? If you already did this once, it's already been deleted. It wasn't supposed to be released yet because remember, we were originally supposed to do this on Friday. And I had a couple just, eager go-getters. And anyway, so those are deleted. At 4:30, everybody has a fair shot of getting their question. Nobody will have the same question. So the way I'll do this is at 4:30, you get to start putting them in. By 8 a.m. tomorrow, I'm going to start putting out answers to you. The way I'm going to answer you, I'm going to go into Google Classroom. And if you're good to go with your question and to start collecting data, I'm going to put 100 in Google Classroom. That doesn't mean it's a grade. It's not in the grade book, anything like that. I'm just putting 100. That's what says yes. Okay. If, hey, so-and-so already picked that question, I'm going to put a 0. The 0 tells you that you have to get another question. Okay. And you've got to resubmit it and let me know that you've done it so that then, hey, I can go, check it. Are we okay with that? Yes. Question. Totally done. Whoever you want to ask is fine.
Are we making up our own questions or do you have a list of questions?
No, you're making up your own question. Just be careful with your question. I've had some people where, the answers were somewhere between 0 and 10. You got to ask 30 people. That's not, you want to get enough data that you get a good looking graph. You want to get enough data that you can talk about different things because at some point you're going to present this as a project. Okay. So there's several pieces. We got 6 benchmarks to do along the way. Every single piece of this project, we will be modeling in class first. One of the things we did today, you're going to have to do. So a lot of students in past years, they put their data in just like I did. They're told they have to label the X, label the Y, put a title on it. There are several things they have to do. And then they can export that image. And most students tend to put it into Google Slides. Okay, because at some point you're going to have to do a presentation of this. And most students have done it in Google Slides. Okay, so first step is you got to figure out what your question is and make sure it's a good question. Okay, and that'll open up at 4:30. It's first come, first serve. Okay, questions about any of that. Then you'll move on to the next step, which will be pretty much kind of like what we did today. Okay, so there's something else I want to, hope I unmuted that. That's horrible. Okay, the first one you have looks like 2 pieces. Do you agree? You have a piece that looks like this and you have a steeper piece. Okay, so when you look at this first piece right here, off to the side, you've got f of x equals, and then it's got this type of thing, right? So that already says y equals. We don't have to write that. We just have to write the equation. Do we know what the equation of this piece right here is? Y equals x. It's the parent line, isn't it? Then I need a domain for that. So where does it start and where does it end? Nice. Negative infinity, never included, and it goes all the way to 0. Is 0 included? Okay. Then we need to figure out this next one. Do we know the slope of that one? Because this one goes through 0 as well, right? So would it just be 2x? It starts at 0 and goes to where? Okay. And that's what a piecewise looks like. Do you remember on the test you just took how there was like a quadratic, a horizontal, and stuff like that? That was just me making a piecewise function. Okay, so now I want to look at the second one with you as well. So we got this type of thing going on, and then we got this type of thing going on. It's got f of x equals something. Can you tell me the point of that open circle? Can you tell me the slope of this line? Just 2, right? Okay, so this one we don't know the y-intercept, and I do not want you to ever spend any time extending the line. Nope, just write it in HK. So for this one, it would be mx minus h plus k, right? So the slope is 2x. Insiders lie, so when I put that -2 on the inside with the x, it will become a positive. Outsiders are the good guys, so it's plus 3. We okay with that? Is that the only point I could have used on that line? No, I could have used any pretty point. Yes?
If you did go through the extra work to find the y-intercept, would it be kind of wrong?
Unless if I specifically stated to put it in HK form, then yes, it'd be wrong. But otherwise, no. But you're not, at this point in the game, you're helping yourself by doing this because a lot of you are not used to writing them this way. And you're going to have a lot of y-intercepts. I will do it intentionally that aren't pretty because I want you practicing this. Okay, so now once again, I got to write a domain for just this piece. Where does it start and where does it stop? Perfect. Included or not? Okay. Because it's an open circle, it's not included. Open circle goes with parentheses. Okay, now we have this other piece. Is this a hoy or a vux? Hoy. It's horizontal, right? Goes with the horizon. So horizontal, 0 slope, y equals. Well, what does y equal? So all I have to put is -2. Remember, the y equals is already there. And then I need the domain for that piece. Included. Nice. You got the idea? Wonderful.